it's Naomi with Naomi's Tarot. Pick a number 1, 2, or 3. Pick a number 1, 2, or 3. If you chose message number 1, how will your February look? It looks like you may have some delays. Number 1, Ace of Swords reversed. And you may need to examine your past patterns with repetition. How have your past patterns affected your ability to go forward? How have your patterns worked for you? How have they not worked for you? How have you maybe not self-examined on maybe some unconscious things that you're doing that you don't want to look at? Things that you were closing your eyes to, that you're hiding your head in the sand about. Maybe you're charging ahead forward and not looking back. You're trying to run from things. You're trying to blind yourself from things. Either that, or you're blinding yourself from this new direction your soul wants to go into. And because of that, you keep coming across roadblocks. What is it that you're not noticing? What is it that you're not looking at? Message number 1. What is it that's keeping you from your good news? Prince of Pentacles reversed. What is it that's holding you back? Where are you getting these mental blocks with the Ace of Swords reversed? Where are you repeating these unconscious patterns that may no longer serve you? And where can you give yourself the space, the time to reflect on this, to reflect on these patterns, to reflect why you're not getting the good news, to reflect why you're getting these mental blocks? Give yourself the space. Give yourself the space. Okay? Because there is a shift happening for you. You must give yourself the space to acknowledge these repetitions. Give yourself the space first to acknowledge the repetitions, to make a shift, to make a change into a new direction. And February is going to be the perfect time to do that. Okay? February is the perfect time to do that. And why is that? Because in February we have Imbolc. Imbolc is a celebration, a pagan celebration of the spring. It is all about renewal. It's all about reflecting on the past patterns, letting them go and making way for turning over a new green, fresh leaf. Making a shift in our lives and giving us the space of the winter, the space of the introspection, the mental space we had all this introverted time during the time of Samhain. The time of Samhain when it's Scorpio, that introspective time period of the winter season, gave you time to reflect on these patterns so new life can come forth from the earth and turn over into a new growing green leaf, green plants to shift you into a new direction. Where are your mental blocks coming from? Is the universe, is God, Goddess holding you back from something for a reason? Because this pattern is no longer serving you. Maybe that's something you need to ask yourself in February. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like your own life coaching session, incantation, spell, or spirit channeling, go to my website, naomitarot.com. If you have any questions, email me at naomitarot1199@gmail.com. Bye-bye. You chose message number 2, what's going to happen in February. You're being held back, and you haven't been making progress in work for some reason. And it might have something to do with a very demanding, very difficult boss. This King of Wands, he can be a real feisty pain in the ass sometimes. He can be really controlling, narcissistic, bossy, temperamental. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If he's not one of those signs, he's just somebody who's really hot-headed, really demanding. Could be somebody in a relationship or at work. I sense this is about work. And you just feel like you can't get a break, and you just feel like you can't move forward, and you just feel like nothing you do is freaking appreciated by this person. Either that, or Spirit is saying, you have the strength, you have the courage, you have the determination, you have this ability, you have this King of Wands energy, baby, but you're not using it. You're not using it. What is this procrastinating energy? What is this fear of owning your own power, your fear of going forward, your fear of living up to your whole potential? 7 of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Swords reversed. What is it? Because you're the King of Wands, baby, or the Queen of Wands. It doesn't matter what gender you are. These are archetypal. What is it making you fear your power? What is it that needs to be set in motion, that you need to allow yourself to move forward with? What is it that you need to balance yourself, these two sides of yourself, the cautious one and the one who takes risks, the one who takes chances? What is it that you're not listening to, that you're not owning deep within yourself, Magdalene energy? We're going to take away a couple of these and we're going to leave the King of Wands. Now, I feel like the second message that I felt about this is more you. You guys are the King of Wands watching this. Whether you're fire, energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or not, doesn't matter. This is archetypal. Do not fixate on the signs. I read archetypes more than I do signs. Okay? There's a reason I don't do sign readings that much, because I think we can take on the energy of all of these kings and queens and princesses and pages and princes in the tarot deck. We can take on the energy of all of them depending on what part we are in our life or what's in our chart. Doesn't have to be only our sun and our moon signs. Okay? So I really feel like the second message that I said, that this king is you guys watching, or this queen, this wands person is you guys watching, and you not realizing your full potential with this for some reason. And Spirit is saying, let yourself get swept up in the motion of this. Listen to your intuition in February, because it's about balancing the cautious side of yourself, the always drudging away, very Virgo energy. Again, you don't have to be a Virgo, okay? To my Virgos, hi, but this is not just about Virgos and Leos and Aries and Sagittarius. That's not what it's about. It's not just about the busy bee and the king, right? We're talking about archetypes. So you could be a Libra who relates to this. You could be a Gemini who relates to this. You could be a Taurus who relates to this. How can you balance this busy bee, this working bee, this person who always does the right thing and does it in the right way? And you know what? You're getting frustrated with being cautious and staying inside the box all the time. How can you balance that energy with this confident, impulsive, leading, sometimes cocky, swaggery king or queen energy? How can you balance that? How can you take those two sides of yourself and say, you know what? I can be both of these people. I don't always have to stay inside the lines of the box. I don't always have to do the cautious thing all the time. I can be confident and impulsive and know my worth and know myself and go forward and say, damn it, I'm going to do this because I've always wanted to do it and I can do it, and I'm not going to allow myself to get scared anymore. I'm not going to hold myself back anymore, damn it. I'm going to go forward because I know in myself I can allow myself to be both of these people, balance, and get swept up in the motion of who I came here to be. Both this strong King of Wands, this impulsive risk taker, and this person who's cautious, who does everything the right way. I'm all of these people, but now it's his or her turn to take charge. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like your own life coaching session, incantation, spell, or spirit channeling, go to my website, naomitarot.com. If you have any questions, email me at naomitarot1199@gmail.com. Bye-bye. Message number 3, something's leaving you out of balance, number 3. Okay? Something's taking your coin away from you, and something has left you feeling like you just keep hearing bad news. You feel very, very trapped. I'm sorry to say, number 3. Okay? Something has you feeling like the universe is not on your side. You feel like you've been experiencing bad karma or just bad luck, justice reversed. Maybe something legal hasn't been in your favor. You've lost money because of it. Okay? And you haven't been hearing your good news, Princess of Cups reversed. You feel trapped and you want to get out of this damn trap. Okay? And Spirit is saying, it's about understanding that everything is connected. We are all connected, and not everything happens for a reason, but sometimes things do happen for a reason. Okay? And you are ready, but waiting for your good times to come. And it's time, these times in your life where you feel trapped, where you feel overburdened, where you feel the 7 of Swords, these times in your life are to bring you better clarity, to figure out if this is the direction you really want to go in life, number 3. Is this really where you see yourself right now? Trapped? Out of balance? Not getting good news? Losing money? Is there something that has to change about your life, number 3, to remove you from this trap, whether it's imposed by others or, I think, self-imposed? What do you need to gain clarity about, number 3, to remove yourself from this trap? Because you're ready but waiting to get out of it. You are connected. We're all connected. Even if things don't happen for a reason, they still have results that touch others, that affect others. So whether you want to believe this is everything happens for a reason, the Unity card, or if this just means we are all affected as one, it still has the same meaning. Everything is interconnected. So how are you going to help dig yourself out of this trap, out of this negativity? How are you going to gain clarity in adversity, find strength and wisdom in this crisis? How are you going to realize the limits of this situation? How are you going to challenge your misconceptions on false promises? How are you going to develop a new idea, a new state of excellence, a new goal, and trust that you do have what it takes, that you can take yourself out of this pain, out of this misery, out of this negativity, that you can get yourself out of this? How are you going to gain clarity and wisdom to understand that nobody can save you but yourself? Ultimately, nobody can save anybody but themselves. Yes, we are social beings on this earth and humans are all interconnected, but when it comes down to it, we are all born on this earth as a single soul, and we leave this earth as a single soul. We do not have another soul in our bodies when we're married to somebody. Even when we have children, we do not have the child soul within our bodies. So ultimately, we have our own self and our own soul to rely upon. And how are you going to rely on yourself? Because I don't want to blame you. This isn't victim blaming. It's not saying that this trap is because you did it to yourself. It's not about blaming. It's about saying that a lot of our choices in life, a lot of our decisions in life lead us to this 7 of Swords, lead us to this feeling of helplessness. But the other meaning of this card is, when it's reversed, is you're not as helpless as you think you are. You're not as trapped as you think you are. Some aspects of a trap that may seem like a trap are self-imposed. And when we gain clarity, and when we gain wisdom that we are all connected, that everything is connected, then we can see, then we can rediscover new ways out. Then we can understand it is our connections that can help us, our connectedness to the universe, our ability to understand that being vulnerable is okay. Let pain, suffering, joy, and happiness in others find a home in your heart. Yes, ultimately, you are the person that you can rely on in this life. You are the person that you can rely on. You are the person who will pull yourself out of this. But it's okay to accept others. It's okay to let others in. It's okay to connect with them, because when you accept others, when you understand others, you accept yourself and you release yourself from this prison. Let February be a month where you dive deep into the Divine Feminine Sophia, where you make new alliances that may help you, where you gain clarity by looking at the bigger picture, the bigger lessons of hardships, where you make connections with others, and where you put things in your life into perspective, understanding that ultimately you are the person who can remove the self-imposed trap that you find yourself in. But putting things into perspective and letting other people in for support, trusting yourself, trusting others, not blindly. You want to still have your boundaries, but trusting that not everybody has your worst interests in heart, in their minds. Some people really do wish the best for you. Trusting ultimately above all else, because you can learn to trust others more. It is only when you learn to trust yourself first that you can let others in and trust them. And then you will be shining in your brilliance, your own sense of self-appreciation. And then you can be consistent and true to yourself and your own brilliance. And hold those fragmented pieces of yourself. Don't push them away, and examine them. Why do I feel in pain? Why do I feel trapped? Why do I feel hurt? Why do I feel victimized? And how can I hold these pieces of myself and say to them, you're just as valid as the other pieces, and no matter what happens, I recognize you, I see you. I'm not going to push you away, I'm not going to wallow in you, but I'm going to see you. And I'm going to remove myself from this trap, from this victimhood, from this sadness, and I'm going to rise above it. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like your own life coaching session, incantation spell, or spirit channeling, go to my website, naomitarot.com. If you have any questions, email me at naomitarot1199@gmail.com. Bye-bye.